or people were.
Yeah, so let's give the people a little background, right? So I decided to interview you. It was right after Christmas of 2022, and I knew of you, but I didn't know the story in depth like you, right? But I saw, because I did some news segments on you, and people were just hating on you.
Yeah, but what was your your mentality as far as like what you thought? Yeah, how you thought of Cuban Link without even knowing me or seeing me, whatever. But what was like the perception?
So the perception was there was a lot of people hating on you because like the first segment I think I did on you was you were talking about how you ghost wrote for Joe before, right? At the time I was doing a lot of G Unit stuff, and then it talked about the G Unit beef with Joe and everything. And so then once I started covering Joe, a lot of people were like, yo, we need more Terror Squad coverage. So I started looking into it a little bit, and then I saw you talking about Joe, and I was like, damn, this beef is pretty serious. You know what I mean? And so I started covering it a little bit, but in the comments, everyone's like, yo, Cuban Link just keep talking about Joe forever, blah, blah, blah. And so the perception was like, damn, like what's going on? Like a lot of people don't like Cuban Link. A lot of people keep talking bad about you, right? I said, there has to be something going on here. I reached out to you through the DM.
You came in probably expecting that, right? Like to find something that one thing that everybody probably is talking
and so
about.
I reached out to you through DM, and immediately you was like, yo, I'll do it. And I was like, damn, like I didn't expect for him to say yes like that. And
you wasn't even on like out there like that either.
No, I think I had like 1,000 subscribers or something like that. Like I didn't really have anything, right? And then you showed up on time, which was really surprising to me because motherfuckers never show up on time. People never, or they say yes and then they don't show up at all. Okay, so you were my first interview, And so then I was putting them out in clips. So it came into 2023, January. And so when I interviewed you the first time, you remember we did like an hour and a half to 2 hours. And you was like, I was like, yo, you want to keep going? And you was like, my battery's running out. You was like, give me an hour, 2 hours, whatever. And then we'll interview again. So then
you caught me in the mood. You caught me in the mood. At that time I was trying to, because I was already hyped up, he threw some indirects already, told the Connecticut story all wrong. He was already like in my, calling me out, talking about, mocking God, that maybe I'll tell the truth. So he, like you caught me, the outspoken Cuban.
Right.
And especially the artistic Cuban that's been, writing, writing and everything. So I feel good. I felt good and I also, my work ethic, you can see my work ethic at the end of the day, where later on I tell you what I did, as far as breaking nights and getting and it's because it's a whole fucking metamorphosis of trying to get back into the artist form for me. Because it's like it's not like easy to just jump in and out. With I'm the same motherfucker anyway, but I think I am. But I know I ain't, I know at the end of the day, I'm a father, I'm somebody that, got, a personality that Cuban Link, as far as like acquired a personality than Cuban Link. Cuban Link is, and that's because he needs that, because that's what he feeds off, or that's what fed him. Should I say, that's what fed him throughout the years, that he needs to come out with that energy, because that energy is exactly what I'm doing now. You see, on our interviews, some of the fucking interviews is off the wall. I'm saying? It was, there was, I mean, I hope I made a lot of people laugh, but I also, I hope that people could understand, because I'm sure there's joints that you could understand. Some of them you can't, but try to.
Well, before we get into that, right? So then after you charged your phone for like 2 hours or whatever, we ended up doing 2 more hours of filming, but your whole microphone was messed up, so it was all echo. We couldn't use that footage. Yeah. But during that time, I was like, this guy is like, I don't understand why people dislike him, because just listening to you, I could tell. I was like, he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
You know, like, because the details to the stories, bro, like you would have to really be like somebody sitting around just making stuff up, like down to a T.
That's what I think.
You know,
But that's what I think. I think people adapted to it, but because me and you, the chemistry, of course,
right.
of we could tell we like from different backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? As far as like how we talk, how the mannerism, fucking like a little, what I'm saying? Like I like to tell my jokes and you know what I'm saying, and just throw sharp darts and shit, and you catch them, but yet you do it, what I'm saying, very professionally. You know what I'm saying, with the voice of fucking somebody that belongs in radio. So I mean, we both fucking sound like that too, because I got the Barry White. But I'm saying, as far as like the way you deliver it, eloquent, is the word. So that team, between us clowning around and shit, and you might get lost a little bit too much in the clowning around, because that's why the reason I want to do this wrap up this manner, because I want to let y'all know that it wasn't an act, it wasn't something we said, let's do this because we want to get this. Like, we're a fucking think tank, and then with an object. The only object here was for me to let y'all hear the story in the best way, in real time. It's Cuban Link, 48 years old. At this stage of my life, how I'm taking it. And because before you seen probably I wore it, you know what I'm saying, with the extra, maybe the grill was extra. The attitude was a little, more out there in that negative. And that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? It's me, but it's something that shouldn't be playing the front. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I think we all have, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to say I had to be on that, but that just took away from my creativeness. So this time around, I just felt more like an artist, and felt more, outspoken to say my truth, where I said it. So that's why you see the jokes, because it's already a joking matter to me, because it is funny. There's always something funny, even to tragedy. Tragedy is fucking tragic, but I guarantee you, it's always something funny to it. And I mean, if humor is the humor that I think I gave it to y'all in, I think it was the fact that you didn't know what I was going to do next, how I was going to sound, what fucking drug y'all niggas going to fucking act like I'm on, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And especially, I think making sense of something that y'all probably just was just organized throughout this, throughout my whole career, 24 years already of this. You know what I'm saying? Of people just putting a narrative out there and classifying me a certain way, and I don't even know about it. So this is my fight. This is my chance to fight back and tell them tell them my truth, because this is the truth 100%. And it's the same story as the other one. It's just it was said with humor, and it was said with realness, and it was said with you directing.